Well, the European elections, British people don't typically pay a lot of attention to the European elections, but this year it's been front of mind for everybody because we're not supposed to be in Europe anymore. The vote to leave the EU was 3 years ago. Britain was supposed to have been on its way out, and it's sought an extension. And because we sought an extension because we couldn't negotiate our way out properly, we're still in it, and we're legally required to take part in these elections. And they've really redrawn the electoral map here because the Brexit Party, which was founded by Nigel Farage, who's the biggest proponent, or one of the biggest proponents for Brexit, has surged ahead in polls before today, and is going to widely predicted to do very, very well at the expense of the Conservative Party led by Theresa May, who's trying to negotiate this tortuous exit. So Europe is still very front of mind for everybody, and Brexit, 3 years on, still no closer to being resolved.
So, Matt, I mean, it appears as though right now across Europe, not just continental Europe, but also the UK as well, there is a sense of negativity in the markets. So how exactly are these elections and the anticipated outcomes going to affect those markets, both on the continent and across in the UK as well?
Well, populist parties are surging, okay? So across Europe, there's been a huge surge in anti-EU parties, ironically taking part in these EU elections. I think markets are reflecting that. The jobs pictures are starting to reflect that too. I mean, yesterday in the UK, we had British Steel, a huge industrial entity and a big employer, going to liquidation at the risk of 5,000 jobs, blaming Brexit uncertainty. Companies, business, markets want certainty about Brexit and about the Brexit outcome, and they're not getting it because 3 years on, we still don't know the terms of the UK departure and the sort of Brexit that we're going to have, if any. There are other parties across Europe, in the UK in particular, pushing for a second referendum. Theresa May offered this concession in her latest withdrawal bill this week in an attempt to bring the UK Parliament together, and it blew up in her face because her supporters in her own party have now ditched her, and as your reporter just said, there's a strong likelihood that she resigns as early as tomorrow. We won't get the results of the election, the European elections, until Monday, even though polls in the UK have opened today.
Gotcha.
So we have another few more days of uncertainty. It's a very muddled picture, and waiting in the wings, Boris Johnson, the former Foreign Secretary, a lot of your US viewers will know him, is the lead candidate to take over. He favors a very hard exit and a very hard withdrawal from the EU.
Gotcha.
That will spook markets further because they want some certainty.